Hej Sander and welcome to Swedish black metal time. This is Kvaen with the second album, and this is melodic black metal from Sweden. I'm very tempted to say this is one of those bedroom black metal projects you don't need to hear about it because, well, one-man projects tend to be like that, especially when they're very, very active keep pushing metal way too quickly, and then it sounds like, okay, you're demoing a lot, but instead of demoing, you're putting them out as albums. But Kvaen is a different breed. It might be one-man project, technically speaking, more or less, but there is something that separates this from the rest, and that word is quality. Now, to somehow Kvaen a bit, sum it up, that is, it's melodic black metal with kind of an energetic tempo and good guitar groove. And that might not sound much, but when you hear the kind of a Swedish melodic style, it's there. It's catchy, it's groovy, it has all the right moods to get you going. Now, there is a strong heavy metal presence here, and I would say even a little bit trash here and there with some of those riffs, which in my opinion is a good thing because it's more like a seasoning the whole basic Swedish melodic black metal thing. Now, nothing is out of ordinary here, so I mean, if you have been listening to Swedish black metal, say, since the 90s, you know pretty much what to expect. This is not just one of those, of many in styles, but still feels kind of familiar, especially if you like the previous Kvaen album, you kind of know what to expect. But it's all right there. I mean, you have the good production, which gives the guitars a lot of room to operate and supports how they sound. The vocals are pretty standard raspiness, but they fit the music perfectly. And then you have this energetic groove. Now, I have a couple of very, very small complaints, but I still want to mention them because, hey, I am a picky dude. The thing here is, where this doesn't exactly sound superior, more like just good, is that there is not, in my opinion, enough variety in terms of tempo and whatnot. It seems like there's one pattern, mostly, where this band and album operates, and that's how it goes throughout the 39 minutes or so. And that's something that might feel a little bit boring, especially if you keep spinning and repeat like I always do. Now, there's two sides of spinning albums and repeat. In one way, it kind of gives you a good idea whether or not an album is going to stand more than just random playings, because random playings tend to be more like, wow, And then when you have a lot of repeats, you kind of start figuring out whether or not it's actually going to get boring. The other thing with repeats is actually, once you kind of get used to the kind of a sound and all that stuff, you are more forgiving for the smaller flaws or whatever. So it goes for either direction. Now, I would still say this is a good album, even though I was a little bit on the verge of saying the first album is better. I think it probably still is better one, but this is actually good, so I really can't go being negative about it. Now, if you do like melodic black metal, if you do like the so-called Swedish style of melodic things, whether it's black metal or melodic death metal or whatever, this is something that you should be listening to right now. So even though it's nothing groundbreaking or innovative or out of ordinary, unique, whatever, it's still worth listening to. Lots of energy here. Now, I only hope that for the future there would be more of those so-called hit songs, or at least hit riffs, the kind of what Dissection and the guys ended up doing in the 90s. And then this would be really, really reaching the heights of greatness. But nonetheless, a good album, and you should be checking out if you are into melodic black metal to begin with. Repeating myself here, zip over, take care, and see you soon with more Rauta reviews coming your way.